Hi, I'm Lisa from Looped and Knotted, and today we're diving into the concept that could be so confusing when you first starting out, turning chains. What are they? Why do we need them? And how many chains do you actually make when turning? Don't worry, I've got you. Let's take it one clear loop at a time. The turning chain is a little chain of 1, 2, or 3 that you make at the start of each new row. It gives your stitches the height they need so that your rows don't pull or bunch up. Think of it as a gentle step up before beginning crocheting into the next row. The number of chains you make depends on the stitch you're using. For single crochet, chain 1. For half double crochet, it's usually chain 2, sometimes 1. For double crochet, chain 3, and for the treble crochet, chain 4. It's all about matching the height of the stitch you're about to make. Here's where a lot of beginners get tripped up. Does the turning chain count as a stitch? The answer is sometimes, and the pattern will usually tell you. If your turning chain counts as a stitch, you skip the first stitch in the row, and your turning chain becomes the first stitch, and then you work into the second stitch of the row. If it doesn't count, you just treat it like a setup, and you work your first stitch into the first stitch of the row. If a pattern doesn't say, just look at the designer's notes, or choose one way and be consistent throughout the project. Let's do an example with double crochet. Chain 3, turn your work. If the chain counts as the first stitch, then you'll double crochet into the second stitch from the row below. So yarn over, here's the first one, you're going to go into the second one. If the turning chain doesn't count, then you'll double crochet into the first stitch of the row. It makes a small difference in the edges, but a big difference in your stitch count. So check your pattern and count your stitches to keep those edges neat. Count your stitches every few rows, especially if your edges look a little wonky. Use stitch markers in the first and last stitch of the row until you get the hang of turning chains. Don't worry, if your turning chains feel awkward at first, they're tricky for everyone in the beginning. And that's your intro to turning chains. They might feel like a mystery now, but with a little practice, they'll become second nature, just like everything else in crochet. If this helped you, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and check out my free beginner crochet course, where we go through all these stitch details together, one happy step at a time. You're doing amazing. Keep going.